Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and today I want to look into I got news that or noticed on the news that Fani Willis has been granted a special grand jury to investigate the whole Georgia, election pressuring that Flump did on. Remember Brad Raffensperger? And I guess he responded by saying he wanted a subpoena, or he wouldn't respond unless it was a subpoena. So, or he wouldn't come in and do a deposition or whatever. So she was allowed. It took her a while. She had to request it, and then she got it. She's allowed this special grand jury. So I want to see how this is going to affect Flump. I have a feeling well, you know what? I have to just let that go and ask the cards. I have to let go of any bias. I mean, of course, we all want justice, but I have to let go of that. So anyway, let's drop the camera down and see how this is going to go. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I am using the Kipper again, Ciro Marchetti's. And I've pulled out all the people cards. So, okay, so this would be Ivanka, this would be Trump, this would be Melania. Can't imagine why she'd show up, but if she does. This I'm assigning to Fani Willis. This could be either Raffensperger or Mark Meadows. Depending on the cards, if this card comes through, I'll go with the cards that are around it to help me clue in as to who he is, if he comes through. This could be Don Jr. or Eric. And then the child card there won't be any children involved, so this would be like if there's something new that comes through, something small. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me get these cards in here. Somewhere in here. Okay, let me shuffle. Let's move this, make some room. Chopsticks over here. Okay, so my question is, how will Fani Willis's investigation, grand jury, special grand jury investigation, affect Trump? I only want the truth. And I'm going to take the 2 off the bottom, just, oops, in case. Of course, I could always draw more cards and layer on top if need be or whatever, but let's see what we have here so far. Ooh, whoa, courthouse, partnership, house, concern, sudden wealth. One at Don Jr. or Eric. Fortune. But as far as affecting Trump, oh, it could be that it affects his ambitions too. Whoa! This is the worst card in the entire deck. Well, imprisonment isn't bad either, but, and then message. Okay. I think this might be pretty clear just the way it is. I don't know if I need any other cards. Okay, so this would be the special grand jury investigation itself, but this would be pressing charges. You know, this is different than that, that adjudication card. Well, hold on, let me see what was on the bottom. Yeah, oh, jeez. Yeah, that's another hold. Okay, where's adjudication? Here it is. This card is the people that investigate, and it's the investigation itself, investigator and investigation. It could be somebody that advises you. It could be a judge, but it could also be an attorney. But it is, someone who makes decisions for you. Well, this is like going before a committee, but then this courthouse, or this other card is going before the investigation itself, but then this card has to do with the charges that are pressed. This is a court hearing too. It's a card of getting to the bottom of things, and you actually have the documents, like the process of getting the information, and then you have the documents in hand, and you're carrying it, to somewhere very important. So this itself is, the grand jury, I think. Now, let's see. It has to do with partnerships. Yeah, so there's some investigation as well into Don Jr. and no, I don't feel that's right. I feel like this is about, because this is a card of ambition. So this is really going to look into what his ambitions were in trying to create this partnership with Raffensperger. And notice how it knights down here to, oh my goodness, like maybe did he even try to bribe him? But it knights down here to, this will be the effect. Because remember, my question was, how will this investigation, and here it is in the decree itself, how will it affect him? He will be, and leading up to it, I'm sure, this is my card for being tortured with worry. Like so bad that you can't think of anything else. You don't sleep at night. It has to do with, even nightmares. Major, serious problems. And it's a card of violence and self-destruction, right? And this is him, he does that. That's the thing is, these born psychopaths, and even the high-level narcissists, every psychopath is narcissistic as well. But, psychopaths and sociopaths, they always hang themselves eventually. That's just the way it goes. They hang themselves. Because they have control and power eventually, because that's what their whole MO is. And then within that control, they manage to hang themselves. Because that's just how it is, When you're in charge, you end up doing yourself in if you're a psychopath. That's just the way it works. Okay, so no matter how long he's been able to hold out, I mean, he's made it his whole life without being in jail, but something's going to happen, and he's not sleeping well. He's destroying himself. This is also a card of alcoholism and drug addiction, substance abuse. But where it's going to lead him is probably all of his assets seized, right? And there are all the documents, texts, phone, records, all the telecom records that they've needed, all the text messages that they've, they have them all. She has the ability to get things from other, when we're dealing with a special grand jury investigation, you can bet that they can get what they want from the Department of Justice and probably any other investigation. So the January 6th committee could supply documents, and then they cross-reference to, in order to corroborate, their ability to make a decision. But here's the decision coming down. It's going to level him, take him down to nothing, and man, I feel like, oh yeah, that's right, because of these cards at the bottom. These two cards to me, it doesn't matter what order, but together, these are money laundering cards. So he's going to be, the investigation, this grand jury investigation is going to bring in his RICO charges on him. You know, racketeering and or conspiracy is what RICO's all about. Right? Yeah. And he's worried about that. He can't think of anything else. This is like an OCD card, right? These two cards together, I mean, this is the worst one, but this one is second worst. All of these cards are how he will be affected. So, yeah. So he's worried about the money that came in without him having to do anything because he's been part of a money laundering organization all his life. You know, he took over for his father from Fred Sr., and that's the deal. And then it's going to expose his ambitions, and there are the documents, communications to back it up, and it's going to show how he actually worked to try and get Raffensperger to what, you know, remember it was just that, I'm just looking for 11,780 votes. Remember that one? Right? But it's going to show that grand jury investigation, whether he lives long enough to get there, if it doesn't level him and take him down to just nothing before, because I've always gotten health issues with him, I absolutely believe, because I heard to take the two cards off the bottom, I absolutely believe that he will be busted for RICO charges. Because it's a conspiracy to try to steal an election. That is a conspiracy. Wow. Wow. Oh, I really hope that we get to see that rather than, you know, like him checking out on a health level. So, anyway, this is good. Okay, you guys. Thank you. Take good care. Bye.